Before that, we're going to talk to Werner Herzog, the director of Grizzly Man. What a story this is. The story of Timothy Treadwell. This is a guy that thought he could live with the Grizzlies or thought he should live with the Grizzlies, and he did it in season, I guess. He would hang out with them before they
hibernate.
Yeah. And he ends up getting killed.
Yeah, by a grizzly.
Of course. Along with his girlfriend.
Yeah. A rogue bear, though, came in out of nowhere that was hungry as hell and not part of the typical pack that he made friends with. So, yeah. Violent
The most incredible thing about it is that, it was terribly violent death. And his girlfriend turned on the camera.
Yeah.
While this was going on. Now, apparently, for some reason, there's no video. We'll find out from Werner, whatever his name is, what the reason for that is. But he listened to the audio and declared it to be so utterly
upsetting.
Yeah, upsetting, unlistenable, whatever, that no one else can listen to it. Did we hear he destroyed the tapes?
He wanted them to destroy the tapes.
Well, whatever he did, no one can hear them now.
No, nobody's heard
Only
it but him
he
and a handful,
can handle this.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? Who is he to decide this?
I don't know.
I want to give him...
talk to him about that.
I know. I want to give him a break, and I want to understand this, but I'll tell you what, let's take just a brief break here, and back with the guy that directed Grizzly Man. What a great documentary this is.
It really is a cool documentary, yeah.
I've seen a lot of it. And
I've seen all of it.
Every bit I've seen of it is if it's not fascinating, at times it's comical because this guy is such a character.
He's a nut. There's times when he's just a kook.
He's doing multiple takes of the same scenes where he's introducing you to these grizzly bears out there. And he changes his bandana color, for example. He goes, okay, here's take 2 with the blue bandana. Because he's concerned with continuity issues. Like, is he going to use the cut where he's wearing the red bandana or the blue bandana? And so he has to have an introduction that agrees with the other party's using. So
you have insanity like that coupled with really amazing close-up shots of grizzly bears. That's the thing, in their natural element and all the tremendous Alaska countryside. It's unbelievable.
But he sees himself as this filmmaker, which I guess he wanted to do. He wanted to be a movie star. Yeah. Anyway, we'll take a short...
What a character.
A short break, and we're back with the director of Grizzly Man. Oh, he's going to be nuts about this introductory music.
I don't think you'll like this at all.
Oh, did he? Good, thank God. It's freezing outside. Exactly, 32 degrees. High 41 today. Hello, is this Werner?
Yes.
Hi, Werner. It's Drew and Mike calling on WRIF.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
So how's the documentary doing, sir? I know it's been seen quite a bit.
Yes, I think it's doing quite well. It's actually going to be repeated on television now. It's going to be rebroadcast on Discovery this coming weekend.
That's right. February 25 and 26 at 8 p.m. We watched it in the studio here a couple weeks ago, and it was really, I don't know, there's something very charming about it. As violent as the end is, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, how many hours of tape did you go through to create that?
Close to 100 hours video footage.
Wow.
By Timothy Treadwell, which he shot over 5 or 6 years. But he spent many more years out there in Alaska, but only the last 5-6 years he started to record video. And it's just very extraordinary footage because he was so close to bears. Sometimes you see him touching the nose of a bear, and they're big and ferocious.
Yeah, I can't believe it, because nobody has gotten that close to a grizzly other than him, have they?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, and survived.
Werner, without getting into a lot of psychobabble, something is just plain different about Timothy Treadwell, and you can look at his lifestyle, which is certainly unique. The fact that he was out there living with these grizzlies is beyond unique. And then there's some interesting things about his personality. For example, that he said, didn't he say that he was from Australia?
Yeah, well, he kind of invented his life. He came from a middle-class background, Long Island, and made it to California, wanted to become a movie star, and was a failed actor, and somehow, and that's very interesting because not only does he film the bears out there, he starts turning the camera on himself, and he
no big surprise
to the camera, and we do have some sort of an insight into human nature, much more than into wild nature. I keep saying it's a film about human nature, not about wild nature out there.
Right. Is this kind
In front of his camera, sometimes he unravels. I mean, he really has moments where he becomes paranoid, but at the same time, he has moments of great joy and exhilaration and just everything in the book.
Yeah, sometimes it's almost like he's a manic depressive because his highs are so high and his lows are so low.
Yeah.
You know.
There was probably something like that in him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Paranoid was the word that you used that intrigued me the most. What was he paranoid about when you used that word? What led you to use that word?
Well, in one instance, for example, somebody left at his campsite a smiley engraved on a little rock, and for him, this is a warning sign. Somebody is threatening with him with death. This is creepy.
Ooh.
This is Freddy Krueger creepy.
Yeah, instead it's just some cornball.
Yeah, there's something not right.
Yeah, it's just a corny camper somewhere.
Yeah. But at the same time, he was very, very sane. Saw himself in a great mission, got himself out of alcohol and drugs. We should not forget that he had a near fatal overdose, I think heroin. And for a grown-up man to wrestle himself out of all that, it's a very, very big achievement.
Right.
And how did he wrestle himself out of that? Did he go to rehab?
Well, he tried, in the film he says it, he tried everything, and only once he discovered the bears and he discovered in their majestic environment, he sensed that
anything majestic
who has to protect them cannot be a drunk.
Special.
Right. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be drunk around them. Now his girlfriend, when did he start bringing her along? Because I know towards the end she was accompanying him on these long.
Yeah. He did have eventually some girlfriends out there over the years. Amy Huguenard, certainly for the last 2, maybe the last 3 years, I do not know exactly. And she did not spend all the time out there with him. But what's interesting is that he stylized himself in public, at least, as a lone ranger out there who was in solitary watch out there over the bears, and of course a female companion out there wouldn't fit into that role.
Right. Was kind of threw the thing out of balance a little bit.
Which is okay. One of his close friends says about all his inventions and all his stylization.
Stop it!
There's a saying on the farm: as long as it doesn't scare the cows, who cares?
Yeah. Well, and then this.
I have to agree. Yeah.
And then, of course, this bush pilot would fly him into this area and then leave him for, what time of year? He was there for months on end, right?
June until end of September.
But he stayed longer the year he died, didn't he?
Yes, well, he left, but then he had an altercation at the airport in Kodiak over the validity of his ticket. And he was so disgusted about the people's world, he made a clear distinction between the bears' world and the people's world.
Right.
And he wanted to return to the bears, and at that time, most of the bears that knew him and with whom he felt comfortable had already left for their dens for hibernation, and some hungrier bears from the interior had shown up, and probably one of those killed and ate him.
In fact, didn't you hear audio tape of the murder?
Yes.
I guess it's murder.
Yeah, Bear definitely murdered him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on the trial, of course.
Yeah. What happened to this tape?
What do you call an interspeciary death?
Yeah. When the camera is switched on, Treadwell is already outside the tent. You can hear rain on the tent and screaming out there. And Amy Huguenard, who apparently switched on the camera, dropped the camera without removing the lens cap. So the camera kept recording the audio portion of the tape.
Now, was he yelling at that point? I'm trying to remember. Was he yelling at her to get away, or was she trying to help him, or what was going on there after she dropped the camera?
Yeah, apparently it was already very dramatic out there. And in the course of this tape, he shouts at her, run away, and she doesn't. And what you can hear on the tape is that apparently she grabs a frying pan and hits the bear over the head with it.
Oh, wow. Which to a grizzly probably just
pissed it off.
Yeah, just pissed it off. It didn't have any effect.
Yeah, you just picked a fight with a grizzly. Nice going.
Yeah, right.
Jeez. I couldn't help wondering if that she left the lens cap on purpose, or did she just have no clue?
No. The camera, she apparently dropped the camera. It was so dramatic out there, and the attack was so nearby that she just switched it on and dropped the camera and rushed out.
Oof.
Now,
wow.
what can you tell us? I know this had to be traumatic, as one could imagine, to listen to this, but what can you tell us about what you derived of the death from what you heard?
I don't want to go into details, but one thing was instantly clear. It is so horrifying that I decided right then and there I will not use it in the film, because I'm not going to do a snuff movie.
Because you're the only one.
No, wait a minute. A snuff movie is a porn movie where someone is killed intentionally. This was
an exaggeration to make a point.
Okay.
You do not. You see, for example, amateur video cameras filmed desperate people during the attack on the World Trade Center, and people jump out from 106th floor and crash on the pavement right in front of a video camera, and this was filmed and recorded, and nobody will ever show it on TV.
No, it has been shown on TV. We saw some of that on the HBO special. Now, they didn't show the people hitting the ground, and I'm not saying that I want to see that, but it was just certainly...
There's such a thing as a dignity and the privacy of individuals' death. You just don't touch it.
Well, I suppose some people would... some people would probably want to go see the movie just to see that or to hear that. I suppose there are people out there that...
Yes, but I'm not going to do the movies for that kind of...
Good morning.
Right, because now, isn't it true, I'm just trying to remember the documentary, isn't it true that you're the only one that's heard this, you and maybe one other person, and that's it, that has actually heard the sound of him being devoured?
No, I think, of course, the coroner heard it, and probably a few people out there who were in the rescue or in this operation engaged.
Is it basically him just screaming bloody murder and this bear just probably growling? And
it sounds as if the bear let go of him for some time and then returned and attacks again. And
wow. Oh, man.
Really, really, really horrifying.
Yeah, so he's practically in pieces but alive, and the pain must have been excruciating.
Yeah.
And plus he knew that it was over, I'm sure, for him.
And how, now why is it that you decided to listen to it? Because a lot of people, as you said, it might not be considered appropriate to view such a thing or to hear such a thing, but you felt that you should because you were doing this documentary?
Yes, and nobody knew what was on the tape. Nobody knew exactly. And the producers, the distributor, were very eager for me to address this question. And I said, yes, let me give it a try. I will listen to it, and then I will decide what to do. And I instantly decided I'm not going to use it in the film. And besides, Grizzly People, Jewel Palovak, who co-founded this non-profit organization with Timothy Treadwell, she owns or inherited this tape, and she wouldn't have allowed it to have it.
She controls the rights.
She controls the rights, and
so before you ever heard the tape, then you were aware that you could not use it in the movie.
That was not completely clear. No, it
wasn't clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does he have any final words at all? Like while this is going on, is he actually? Is it just him trying to survive? Does he?
No, it's the tape. There were only 6 minutes tape left on this very tape.
Mm-hmm.
and the tape runs out. The tape finishes before everything is completely over.
Oh, is that so?
Can you hear the words of Amy?
Yes.
And how is she responding? Is she watching this, or is she just cowering?
No, she yells at him, for example, play dead, play dead. What is also very amazing is Treadwell yells at her, run away, and she doesn't do it.
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah. And
well, it's really a kind of the ultimate love story in a way, then.
Yeah, boy, isn't it, though?
He's trying to tell her to get away, and she won't leave.
Yeah, but the strangest of all things is that Amy Huguenard was just about to leave him for good.
Oh, she was.
She was.
Is that right?
Inexplicably tested to the utmost. She stays with him and fights back and perishes herself. Does this audio capture her under attack as well, or is it does it stop before the bear turns on her? Oh no, it's attack on both.
Oh boy!
My goodness,
man! Oh man!
Now, before you did destroy this, did you feel that perhaps someone else should listen to it just to see if there was some usage for it or some value that someone could learn something from it?
Well, I advised Jewel Palovak to destroy the tape. She should never ever listen to it. And that was born out of the shock when I listened to it, and it was a stupid advice, I have to admit. She slept over my advice, and then she decided and did something much more intelligent. She only separated herself from the tape, which was sitting on her shelf, and she put it in a bank vault.
Oh, and then that's where it is now?
It's now in a bank vault, and it's totally right not to heed my advice.
The movie's called Grizzly Man, and we're talking to the director, Werner Herzog. And Grizzly Man is about a guy that was not quite all there, but in some ways was an incredible guy, Timothy Treadwell, who journeyed to Alaska to study and live with grizzly bears. It cost him his life, cost his girlfriend her life when a rogue bear attacked him in October of 2003. And the film explores their lives as they are living among these endangered animals, and it's quite interesting to watch. I have to admit, we were watching the part you were describing earlier, where he's turning the camera on himself, and he's kind of introducing some of the bears and talking about his life out there, and he's also trying to do a little continuity work where he's, for example, shooting the same scenes with different headbands, just in case, depending on
what he had this dream to be a big movie star, and now he becomes the star of his own video footage, and of course, since he left us such extraordinary footage of bears at such proximity, and he leaves us such a deep insight into the human nature, into all abysses of the human nature, I gave him all the space to really be the star of his movie. Give him the best music, Richard Thompson, to accompany the star. So no, I deeply respect the man, and I respect him in many ways, and first and foremost, I respect him as a filmmaker.
You know, with the Oscars coming up, I have to ask, is the movie up for any Oscars?
No, it was not even eligible for any nomination at all. It was not. The Academy didn't include it into the pool from which a nomination could be drawn.
Is that right? Why is that?
Okay. Well, I don't know. It's.
I don't know why they turn their back on it like that.
We shouldn't spend any sleepless night over it.
Yeah, lose any sleep over it. Not to
well, I'm not going to, but maybe you might have a chance to win an award. I just was curious, why is it that it can't be included?
That's a decision by the Academy, but don't worry about it. The film had a lot of audiences. It was very well received by reviewers, and I got a couple of awards, like the Directors Guild Award for the Best Non-Fiction Film, and the Los Angeles Film Critics Award, and the New York Film Critics Award. So
I think
it couldn't be better.
What you're saying then is that it wasn't nominated for an Oscar. It did win other awards. It just wasn't nominated.
No, it could not even be nominated because it was not included into a pool from which it was from which you could draw a nomination.
I'm not sure I understand that because, I mean, they have, don't they have Oscars for documentaries?
Yes.
Yes, they
absolutely.
do. They do, yes.
Then why would they not include it?
No, there is it's a very simple procedure. In non-fiction films, there's a committee which establishes a pool so that you don't have to see 800 films.
For whatever reason, they turn their back on it.
They establish a pool from which a nomination can be drawn, and the committee decided not to have Grizzly Man in it, which is perfectly all right.
Well, it's not all right with me. I don't think that's fair. If
come on, a film is a good film. Does not get better or worse by having a nomination or not.
But it's nice to know that it did win all these other awards. I mean, it sounds to me like it's quite a decorated movie.
Let's not speak about decoration, and so it's I think. These kind of decorations are for cows.
Hey, not to harp on the terrible ending that happened here, but when that Bush pilot came back to pick him up in September, wasn't he almost attacked also because all of a sudden he noticed something was wrong?
He scrambled back into his aeroplane and took off, and then overflew the bear that was eating at this carcass. He overflew the bear at some sort of 6 feet altitude.
Oh, that's right. He tried to run off the bear with his plane, didn't he?
Bear wouldn't.
That's right. He was dive bombing the bear while it was eating him.
What?
That's right.
Oh,
isn't that awful?
God
Almighty.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh, that's so gross.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, he was trying to get the bear just off the bodies. Boy.
Back to Tim Treadwell, this unique center of the movie, Grizzly Man.
He had some degree of notoriety too, didn't he? Obviously, before his death, when he went on like Letterman somewhere in the years that he was going.
A national celebrity.
Yeah, he was enjoying some of that fame for a while. Wasn't he?
Did you say he was a national celebrity?
Somehow, he appeared on a lot of talk shows.
He certainly has more talent than people might have given him credit for, as we can tell by the fact that he does seem to see a future in movies in this subject, too. And it is an interesting subject, and in fact, maybe there will be a movie based on him with Leo DiCaprio. Is that true?
I do believe that Leo DiCaprio acquired an option from Grizzly people. But,
wow, well, what better person to play him? I mean, that's a fantastic choice. If you could choose, I don't think you think of anyone better than Leo DiCaprio.
Oh, man, yeah.
Do you know if has Leo seen the documentary?
He has. Actually, his office asked me to send them a DVD before the whole thing was out on the market, and DiCaprio apparently saw the film.
Now,
how about Woody Harrelson? Has he seen it?
I do not know. Woody Harrelson.
If DiCaprio, if he wishes to hear the ending of the film, would you play it for him?
I wouldn't have any advice for him at all. If he really wants to do a feature film, he has to find his own way to dig himself into it.
The website is www.wernerherzog.com, and that's WERNERHERZOG. What's on the website? Do you have more information about the movie?
Yeah, there is some more information, but let's face it, I made some 50 films so far, and there's a lot of information on all my...
Okay.
I've mostly made feature films and all sorts of stuff, so it's in English language, and you can access photos, and you can get all sorts of information.
You know,
I've got sort of a bulky library assembled of films by now.
It was interesting reading about you yourself, the fact that you grew up in this remote mountain village in Bavaria and never saw films, TV, or telephones as a child, and here you are, this major filmmaker now. In fact, is it true you made your first phone call at the age of 17?
Yes, that's true, but I made my first film at the age of 19.
Wow. I heard your first phone call was to a phone sex line, am I right? Just kidding, Werner.
When you made your first phone call, did you even know what to do? I mean, did you say hello, or what did you do?
Very strange. No, I still feel uncomfortable with phones until this very day. When it rings, I always start.
Did you say, "Come here, Watson"? Isn't that the first phone call ever made? Didn't he say, "Come here, Watson"? Because I couldn't believe the phone worked.
Yeah.
I'm glad you knew that. Well, thanks so much for your time. This is a fascinating subject, and this documentary, I'm sure, will entertain people at the same time, give you an idea about the subject, Tim Treadwell, and the strange path that he took and the unfortunate ending.
Yeah, it's fabulous. It's well done.
Yeah, I thank you for your interest.
Werner, appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Good luck to you. And we'll be watching this weekend, of course, February the 25th and 26th, when it airs at 8 p.m. on the Discovery Channel. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
You bet.
Okay, see ya.
You know what I was thinking as we were interviewing that guy? I was thinking, what if this accent is totally fake to give him additional credibility as an extremely intelligent man?
Yeah, right.
Because if he was just talking like a New York kind of guy like this, you would think the movie was just kind of a hack job. But when this guy is talking like Dr. Kissinger, you just assume you're talking to a virtual brain surgeon.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but don't you think the guy's incredibly intelligent?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
And
just the way he talks. I'm sure he has a beard, for one. I guarantee you he has a beard.
I had a mental picture of him with a beard.
Yeah, no question about it.
Yeah, glasses.
Yeah, and the way he
does not have a full head of hair either.
No, I would say balding, glasses, probably wire rims,
I think he wears some kind of boots, too.
He might have a pot belly, kind of.
Sweater, V-neck.
Yeah, kind of an ugly sweater.
There he is. Beard, balding.
There you go.
I think his sweater is a full sweater, though. I don't think it's a V-neck.
No,
I don't see a V-neck.
Look at those intense expression lines that are forever emblazoned in his skin and his face.
Yeah.
Just from thinking so much.
That's from acting important and thinking a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just dug those lines in. He added that little on the end of his words, too, because, like Dub Bears, that little was on the end of most of his words, which was driving me crazy. And I did want to ask if Tim Treadwell's last words were, "Don't try this at home, folks." I'm sorry. I didn't mean that at all.
More like, "Stop it! You're right, Mom, this is a really stupid idea!"
Yeah, right, something like that. To that effect.
Please, Mom, don't say I told you so!
Yeah. This was a dumb idea. I knew it. Knew this would happen. Oh, balls.
How pissed?
Oh, balls. Now, if you were to say, if Werner Herzog were to say, you go, "Oh, balls." It's driving me crazy.
How pissed do you think her parents are?
Oh, I'm sure they're just appalled. They probably said, "Oh, God, we knew she shouldn't have hooked up with that kook."
Well, you would think that at some point they would even call him and go, "Hey, look, we know you're doing this nutty research and you think you're a bear and all that, but this is our daughter, and we really don't want her out there with a bunch of grizzly bears."
Yeah. And to think the relationship was almost over when she gets killed, when you know it.
This idea that he decides who should or shouldn't listen to it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. That kind of annoys me.
I know. It implies there's some superiority there to everyone else. I couldn't take it, nor can you.
Well, the thing is,
because
he could take it.
I couldn't take it.
He survived it, but he doesn't think you can survive it.
It's like, let me try.
And is it necessary to put it in a vault?
Oh,
like,
I know.
people are just like breaking walls down to see this video.
Yeah,
You can take it out of the safe deposit box. No one is trying to see the video or hear the audio.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
And it'll sit in the vault for so long, people forget about it, and then it'll expire without payment, and then the bank will just trash it.
Show it to it. Yeah,
you can open it up and take the contents and just throw it out.
You can save yourself the $13 a month it costs to have it in the safe deposit box. No one is trying to break down anything to get to this audio tape.
No, absolutely not.
But it makes, I think it makes them feel more important, the fact that they put it in there. I think they did that just to make themselves feel important.
I know.
You know, I found that people will watch anything as long as it's stupid.
I'll guarantee you one thing. If that video gets out, it'll be on rotten.com immediately.
Probably already is.
I'll guarantee you that.
Let's rent out a safe deposit box immediately,
No, deposit box.
we will say that no one can ever watch it, even though no one is really trying to watch or listen to it, I should say. And this will make us seem more important and more exclusive than ever.
Than ever.
I tell you, watching these movies, it's so damn hot. It's hard on the size of Florida.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
Why did he call it a snuff film, by the way?
I don't know, because I'm glad you defined snuff film for him, because somebody must have just defined it wrong.
Ain't nobody going to watch that.
Unless, unless he had sex with a grizzly bear.
The most horrifying
Maybe he
thing...
was having sex with a damn thing when it attacked.
The most horrifying
This
thing
time I
about that...
attack. You're always attacking. This time I attack.
It makes him sound like one of those guys that actually has been to a snuff film and has decided that,
he knows
this
when
is
he
over the
sees
line.
one, yeah.
Yeah, and he put it in a safe deposit box as soon as he saw the snuff film.
Yeah,
he insisted on buying it and putting it in a safe deposit box.
This sounds just like that snuff film I looked at last week's.
In fact, this audio tape is with all the snuff films he's seen.
Yeah, right.
That he took possession of immediately.
Yeah.
And put in the safe deposit box.
Yeah. Bear is right next to buttocks.
But seriously, don't you have a hard
bear buttocks?
Don't you have a hard time figuring, understanding where this guy got? Where?
No, I know. I was trying to think of something to do with bamboo. I said bamboo. I just wanted to say bamboo. And then all of a sudden I started thinking about the professor on Gilligan's Island and how many things he made out of bamboo. I don't know. I have no idea why I said bamboo. It was like an ink blot.
Didn't Michael make his raft out of bamboo?
Yeah. Who did?
Michael. I'm lost.
I think he did make it out of bamboo. Bamboo's like duct tape,
Do you want?
You can do so much with it.
Do you find yourself wondering
and
where
bamboo,
this guy
is out of order in the videos? Go ahead.
Where did this guy find out what a snuff film is? Who's the person that told Werner Herzog what a snuff film is?
You want to see something, Herzog? But see your first snuff film, Herzog. Have a seat.
I don't know. Wayne. I can't imagine.
Well, snuff films are usually seen by people like they have to go to a private residence.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like
somewhere.
That Tom Cruise movie. What's the name of that movie? Everybody wears a mask and nobody can know each other.
God,
and
please.
They all,
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut, and everybody beats it.
Yeah.
So, who told this guy what that was? I mean, that's really weird.
Yeah, that is
funny.
funny.
I think there's something you ought to know. There's this thing called a snuff film.
Yeah. The problem is...
Oh, fantastic.
The problem is when Herzog goes to a snuff film screening, everybody knows it's him behind the mask because his beard's sticking out. It's like, Herzog, another snuff film? Oh, you know it's me. I can see your beard, you dumbass.
In the middle of the movie, too, he gives himself away by saying, nice tubes.
Yeah. It tells him all the time.
There's no reason to pile on Werner Herzog like this.
Poor Herzog. God, jeez, man. Oh, come on. I am a great documentary. Come on.
I am a tad concerned, though, and interested in where he found out about snuff films and why he would bring it up 5 minutes after we met him.
We'd best leave it alone. I don't know. Stop
Anyway, the movie's on Discovery this weekend.